It's Friday afternoon. One of the guys I work with said something this morning, and it really it always gets to me when he says this. This guy's favorite catchphrase that he says almost every single day, probably about 10 times a day, is it Friday yet? Is it Friday yet? And every single time I hear him say it, I always kind of feel feel like a little sad for him. Not one day is any more powerful over you than another. One day is not more important than another. There's no day where you can work more or less than another. Every day has 24 hours. Take away the names of the days and don't let them have any power over you. There are millions of people out there, average, normal people out there, and they look at life this way. Mondays are terrible. Monday's the worst day of the week. Friday's the best day of the week. And then Saturday's great. And the weekends are awesome. But Monday's terrible. And that Wednesday's hump day. It's the middle of the week. You got to get over that in order to get on with your life. Because Friday's coming again. Yay. Why? That's stupid. You should not hold any day in any more regard than another day. Take away the word mon from Monday, and it's just a day. And from Friday, it's just a day. People believe there's no reason for you should never work on a Saturday. You should never work on a holiday. You should be partying. You should be having fun. No. Every day is just a day. You got to get yourself out there and do what you got to do. It's Friday today, so I left my main office early. That means I get to go home and continue working at home. A lot of people would treat that as, okay, it's Friday, you leave early, okay, good, time to go out and party. No, and then I'll do the same thing tomorrow. I've got all my family responsibilities and all that other stuff too. I don't call it the weekend, I call it the work end, because it's just 2 other days that you can work and do everything you need to do. And if you're trying to be successful or even entrepreneurial, you don't have to be entrepreneurial. You could just work more. And why would you say that Monday's terrible? For example, if you work from Monday to Friday, Monday's the first day of the week where you're actually earning any money. So that should be the best day. That's the first opportunity you got this week to go out and earn some cash. Why would you treat that badly? Wow, you got to go to work. And you know what? One thing that people need to understand too, when you're at work, you volunteered. In fact, you walked into that office and you begged them for a job. You're like, I want this job. Please give it to me. Don't give it to anyone else. So why would you treat that job on a Monday as if that's a terrible thing? I don't care if it's that you work from Saturday to Thursday or Saturday, whenever. That first day back to work has got to be treated terribly. Well, first of all, you chose the job. You went in there and begged to have the job. When you got it, you were excited about it. What changed? Treat that job with respect. It pays you money and keeps you alive every single week. Not just jobs, but when you're in my position where you're entrepreneurial and you've got your job and you've got your side hustles and you've got your other things that you're working on, or your lead generation, or your other stuff that's going to earn you more money and get you further in life than people that are just sitting there with the job and that's it and that's the worst thing that ever happens to them, then that's you know what? If you have 7 days in a week and there's 24 hours in each one of those days, and why even say that it's 7 days in a week? Why not just say I have X amount of days in my lifetime, and the more days that I work and the more proactive and productive I can be, then the better I'm going to be in the long run. I'm always going to do better. I'm always going to make more money. You know what? If you're happy and you're happy with all the money that you have and you don't want anything more, then you should be happy with what you have. You should be happy on a Monday. You should be happy on a Wednesday. You should be happy on a Friday. You should be happy every single day. This only applies to people that are unhappy. I'm never unhappy. I'm happy when I'm working. I'm happy when I'm not working. But I realize the difference between the two. The difference between working and not working is when I'm not working, I'm not earning any money. There's no possibility for me to make any money. So you enjoy that time for entertainment or for fitness or for whatever. But the moments when you're working, Why would you sit there on one day and say, this day means so much more to me than this other day where I'm doing nothing? Don't you have it backwards? Isn't it backwards that the day that you're not earning anything, that you're sitting on your ass watching TV or drinking beers or doing whatever, isn't that the bad day? Well, you're not earning anything, but the day on Monday when you're back in the game and you're actually putting money, into your bank account, that's your bad day. And the great day is when you have to leave that behind and take 2 of those 7 days off because you don't need money those days. Those same people would be sitting there going, man, I don't have enough money. Man, I don't have this. Man, I don't have that. Oh, well, it's okay for rich people, blah, blah, blah. I'll guarantee you, as many of us entrepreneurial people say, everybody wants to be a millionaire, but no one's willing to do the work to actually achieve it. No one's willing to go through the hardship, and no one's willing to change their perception on life and say that, hey, maybe instead of watching the NFL playoffs this weekend, I'm actually going to miss, I'm going to be watching the playoffs, but this is how I do it. I'm going to work as much as I can. And then when it comes to the, halfway through the third quarter or something like that, when the actual important part of the game is on, I'm going to pop in, I'm going to watch that real quick. And when I'm done watching that and got excited for a minute, I'm going to go back in the game and keep working and doing whatever I'm doing that I need to. You don't have to spend every single second of your life at work, but you do have to do the best you can in the time that you have. And sitting there that's saying that it's an appropriate time to work and it's from Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. You wouldn't want to see my schedule. Definitely not. But if you're a hustler, if you're like me and you want more and you want to get out there and you want to do it, here's my tip for you. Understand that it's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. It's just day. It's not Christmas. It's not New Year's Day. It's not Labor Day. It's not I take the day off. It's just a day. Every day is equal, and every day is one that you can work on, and every day is one you can maximize and do better at. If you were in competition with somebody and that person worked from Monday to Friday from 9 to 5, and you worked every day from 6 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, and you don't have to do it every day. You could do 6 days a week and work on the family stuff and whatever responsibilities you have in between. I'm just saying, if you worked every hour that you could and you did what you could and you maximize your effort every single minute of every single day, who's going to do better? I mean, the math is pretty simple. This guy's working 221 days a year and you're working, 350 days a year. Multiply that over 10 years. And see who's going to win. It will never be the other guy. Get out there and get some. Don't complain. Don't say it's a certain day, that Sundays can't be done. Every day can be done if you have the time. And that's up to you. That's all.